Anne-Marie, you started using Generation UCAN in addition to changing your daily nutritional habits. Tell us how 2013 was completely different for you in terms of performance compared to your 2012 year.
It was absolutely amazing. It was a completely different year. I did 4 races, 4 different distances, and all 4 were personal records. And one thing that I noticed in particular, especially in the longer races, was that when I was fueling with the UCAN, I actually felt stronger as the race went on. For the first time in my life, I truly negative split a half marathon, and my fastest mile was the very last mile. I just felt amazing throughout, and it was great because after the race, both the half marathon and the half Ironman in particular, was when I finished. I wasn't starving. I didn't feel sick to my stomach. I just felt like really energetic, and it was more like, oh, food would taste good right about now, but not like I have to eat or I'm going to fall over or my stomach is turned inside out from all the sugar I just consumed, so I want to see food for another day.
Uh-huh.
It was just a really good experience.
That's fantastic. So you're training right now. This is another reason I wanted to bring you on the show, not only to share your personal experience, but you've also helped influence a group of riders out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who are training for a massive endurance event in order to raise money for the Pulmonary Hypertension Association. And the name of your team is Team Phenomenal Hope. That's teamphenomenalhope.org. Tell us about the team and tell us about this amazing event you're training for.
Thank you for the Team Phenomenal Hope plug there. So there's 4 of us women. We're all from Pittsburgh, and we're training for Race Across America, which is a bicycle race that goes from Oceanside, California to Annapolis, Maryland, and it's a 24/7 race. So once the clock starts in California, you go 24/7, all night, all day, one rider on the road at all times until you reach the finish line in Annapolis. And teams have to do this in under 9 days or you get disqualified.
Wow.
So I was the first one who started with the metabolic efficiency, lower carb, higher fat diet and using the Generation UCAN. And when my teammates and I were talking about nutrition and strategies, I was sharing the success, and I was so excited about the results I was seeing and how much better I was feeling all around, that I was telling them about how I'd started removing the carbs and the sugars and using the UCAN instead, and so they became interested in it also. And so we're pretty much all following a very similar diet where we've removed the sugary electrolyte gel supplements and the bars and things like that, and we're fueling with whole foods. Most of us don't do gluten or processed grains, and we really limit the refined sugars.
Mm-hmm. So just to elaborate on that a little bit, the founder of Team Phenomenal Hope, she actually does have celiac disease, so she has a true gluten sensitivity, not true gluten allergy, not just someone who doesn't want to eat gluten. So I really like the way that all of you have learned from each other, and I think you're going to do great. Do you feel prepared for the race?
We do, yes. We've been training really hard and working with the Pulmonary Hypertension Association and meeting some of the patients who are battling pulmonary hypertension has been a really great source of inspiration to keep us going, especially, information too, especially whenever the winter in Pittsburgh has been pretty miserable for training and a lot of long hours on the trainer, so it's good to have that inspiration.
Yeah, that's cool. I really like, both of these stories, the story about Joan and the story about the patients that you're riding for. I love how these things tie into what we do, for fun. Training as a triathlete is really mostly for fun for most people.